Anthony, congratulations on the win. Just give us a description of how you're feeling right now after winning the fight that you did.
I mean, everybody says the same thing. It doesn't feel real. It's surreal. I feel the same way. I can't believe I'm holding this belt right now. It's only a year and a half in the WEC. I'm 23 years old. I'm a world champion in the WEC already. It just doesn't feel real.
Now, of course, everybody's talking about the same thing throughout the MMA industry right now. It's that Ninja, Neo, Matrix, Mortal Kombat kick that you had going off the fence. You had him rocked there. Did you think the fight was going to be over right there?
Ben's a tough dude, man. I mean, right when I rocked him, I went in for the kill. He grabbed a single leg, and he just survived. I knew he was conscious because I could feel him still gripping. So I was just trying to find spots. I heard Herb saying, Ben, work out of it. I kept trying to fire some shots, and he's a tough guy. He pulled in a single leg. I kind of got him in a jiu-jitsu crucifix position, and I just held on and just made sure I won in the top position for the rest of the round.
Now, the fight was really close up until that point. I mean, on my scorecard, I had it 2 rounds each. Did you know that going into the 5th round? Did you say, okay, I got to do something big here in order to make sure I get this win?
Actually, going into the 5th round, I thought it was going to the 4th round. I told my corner, 2 more rounds, and they're like, no, you got 1 round to go. I'm like, I gotta go. So I came out there. I really tried to impose my will in that last round, and it worked.
Good stuff. Now, I've read reports that you've practiced this kick and that you had it, planned out in your head. Was that the thought going in that you're going to land this kick on?
I had no idea I was going to throw this kick in that fight. It's just one of them things where usually I can get off a lot more kicks in fights, but he did a really good job of stuffing all my kicks. I think I threw 5 or 6 kicks and he blocked them all, and he got me with some good counter kicks. So I'm like, man, I got to land one of these kicks. And I seen him circling off the cage, and I'm like, it just clicked. Try it, and I tried it, and I caught him right on the chin with the top of my foot. If it was more shin, I think it would have been over. But it was a great kick. I hope it's in highlight videos forever.
Now, since you practiced the kick before, have you ever landed it that well?
Sparring all the time.
All the time?
All the time I landed in sparring. No one expects it. Who expects you to jump off the cage and kick him in the face?
I don't think anybody in the crowd.
I've landed in sparring all the time, but sparring's a different thing than a championship fight. Anything can happen when you're jumping off the cage. If you would have threw a right hand and knocked me out, I would have been looking stupid. So it's just one of them chances you take, and for me, it paid off.
Right on. Now, you beat one of the toughest guys in the world tonight. Now, post-merger, you're going to be going up against either Gray Maynard or Frankie Edgar. Who do you have in that fight going into UFC 125?
I'm going to have to go with... I'm kind of split on the decision. Gray Maynard's looking great. He's one of them guys that'll take you down and hold you down the whole fight and not worry about it and get a decision. Frankie Edgar's coming off of momentum, beating BJ Penn twice, so it's going to be an interesting fight. I'm going to be ringside watching, and I'm going to work for both of them. They're both wrestlers. I've been fighting wrestlers for the last 4 fights, so I'm going to work my weaknesses and come in there as ready prepared as I can.
Who do you think you have the easiest time with?
I don't think either of them easy. They're both going to be a tough fight. Henderson was a really tough opponent. I think it's going to be just like that, and I'm going to have to just come out my head with something and hopefully win.
Now, in the middle of your fight, I was looking over Twitter and I saw Mac Danzig's Twitter. He said, all due respect to you and Henderson, but neither of you are really prepared to deal with either Gray Maynard or Frankie Edgar. What do you think about that?
I think they don't know. They're seeing 2 guys. Me and Ben are some great fighters. When you get 2 great fighters in the cage, it's going to be a slower paced fight. It's going to be harder against each other. But we'll find out after the winner of Gray Maynard and Frankie Edgar. That's all I can say on that one.
Okay, now you're going into the UFC. Obviously, you won 10 grand here. Now the bonus is, triple, double, quadruple, quintuple going into the UFC. Is there any pressure going into that, knowing that there's a bigger paycheck on the line?
Not at all, man. I won a bonus my last 4 fights, and I'm going to continue to do that in the UFC. I'm a flashy fighter. If my game plan gets off and I land my strikes, the fans love it, and I'm just going to go in there and be me.
Good stuff. Congrats.